Okay, Sony A7V, Nikon ZR, both with the Viltrox 20mm f2.8. The ZR is in manual mode, 180-degree shutter angle, f2.8, zero exposure compensation, but the ISO is on auto at 3200. Sony A7V, aperture priority mode, 1/60th, f2.8, zero exposure compensation, but the ISO is at 1260. They're both on auto white balance. This is on, yeah. So what I've been finding out, the difference between these, is that when I turn or increase the ISO on the Sony, you get banding. Okay, yeah, I can go to 102,400 or something like that, but then you see tremendous banding. So this is what I'm going to show you. I look bright on the LCD screen, but it could be where I have in the settings that I want to see in brightness on the LCD. So I'm going to try a quick experiment. Increase the LCD screen all the way up, and then see if they match. That might be the difference. And this dog does not like me when I vlog. He wants to play. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. So the monitors are matching on the lighting. Of course, with the Nikon ZR as a bigger, so it's different. But it looks like it's more in focus with the smaller LCD screen on the Sony, which is vastly improved from, let's say, the A7 or 5 on their LCD screen for the resolution. So it looks sharp and clear. I turn up the brightness all the way, and that way it looks much better. It doesn't look as dark as I see on here. The difference is on the ZR, I look more peach, I guess, whereas on the Sony, it's a little bit darker. It's a darker blue, and if you look at it, it just looks a little bit lighter on the Nikon. All right. No, I'm working here. So the reason why I'm doing this video is to see how it looks, doing this. I could put it at higher resolution, well, I mean higher ISO, but I don't need it. The secret is the monitor, okay? The ZR is on 0. This is all the way up, I think, at +3 on the Sony. So they kind of match. The smaller screen is, LCD screen is sharper. And the colors, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's the way they implement the LCD screens, okay? That's the only thing I can say right now, is that both are looking good. If you start messing with the ISO as you go higher to, I think, even above 3200, you might start seeing banding. I know it's supposed to, the higher you go, the more banding, gets bigger and slower. I mean, not slower, but more pronounced. So I turn on auto ISO. It's the LCD screen that, messes things up. So I just turned it on auto ISO, and you just cap it like at 8,000 for the second base, and then 6,400 on the I think the ZR is like 800, 6,400. Here it's 800 on the Sony to 8,000. So a little bit difference. They both look good. Okay, I hope you're staying warm. I got the Nikon ZR and the Sony A7V, both with the Viltrox 20mm f2.8, native to each camera, and 4K 60. Sony is in aperture priority mode, f2.8. Natural picture profile, the ISO is at 1250 right now, and I'll go to 1000 if I get closer. A little bit further back, I think we'll go at 1250. On the Nikon ZR, manual mode, 180-degree shutter angle, f2.8 also, but the ISO is at 2500. So it's different, where Sony uses less ISO compared to, well, it would be, how can I say it? Nikon doubles it on the ISO. But they both look good on the LCD screen. The only difference is the ZR does have the 4-inch, but it looks sharper on the Sony. And I did turn down the brightness on the LCD screen to see if that gives a better battery life to the Nikon. And like the Sony, it's at 78%. On the Nikon, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, out of 5 bars, it's 4 bars left. So anyway, they're about the same. I've heard that Nikon lasts just a little bit longer than Sony batteries on full frame batteries, whatever. But they both perform beautifully. I'm happy with the ZR. I'm happy with the A7V. I don't worry about open gate. I'm not much on Instagram or TikTok or whatever like that. I am on a little bit with Facebook, but basically YouTube, just to test out different camera systems, where I do car vlogging, regular vlogging, stuff like this. It's cold outside, so you're going to see a lot of videos this week from inside the house, unless I go somewhere and then use the camera. But anyway, both are 24, no, this one's a 33 megapixel. This Nikon is a 24 megapixel, just like the Z6 III. The only difference is this has a red codec compared to the Z6 III, and it doesn't have an EVF like the Z6 III. But they're both good. I've had the ZVE1, but it overheated. It was kind of small. And I had the Z30, which was worse because it always overheated. So once I got this ZR, I've had no problems whatsoever. So anyway, this is just a quick video. I'm going to put both clips up side by side, and then you decide which picture looks better. They're both in natural, both in auto white balance, whatever. And the only difference I see is if I didn't put this in auto ISO, and if I just set the ISO to, let's say, a little bit higher, like if I set it to 20, you'll start seeing banding, okay, on the Sony. Whereas on the Nikon, it works pretty good. So I think that's why they set their ISO low on Sony, so you don't get to see that on your LCD screen. And I couldn't tell you if it's going to do the same on the recorded file. But anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.